Train your body with the American College of Sports Medicine on Radio MD. RadioMD.com. Here's Melanie Cole.
You know, we all know our own age, but does that match up to the fitness age? We've heard about the real age tests and all of these health tests that predict when you're going to die and what you're going to do, but whether you are involved in physical activity, there are certain other factors that come in, and VO2 Max, which is your body's ability to take and utilize oxygen, is one of the more important factors in determining your fitness age. So how old are you? My guest today is big fan favorite, host here at Radio MD, edutainer extraordinaire, and internationally renowned physician, Dr. Pamela Peeke. Welcome to the show. So, Dr. Peeke, let's talk about VO2 Max, which you and I both know from our school days what this is, but the listeners don't. And how does that help predict our fitness age?
Well, one of the things that is really exciting about the fitness age is that it actually was developed using VO2 Max as a real baseline, integral piece of the equation. Bottom line is, what is your endurance? What is the ability of your body to be able to sustain itself in high-level endurance? And this is the ability and the efficiency of the body to pick up oxygen and to utilize it for optimal physical performance. And that's kind of a fancy way of saying, endurance. So the fitness age test was actually developed by my wonderful American College of Sports Medicine colleague, Dr. Ulrich Wisloff in Norway. He has one of the biggest exercise facilities and research labs in the world, and he is also world-class. So he actually published in the American College of Sports Medicine Journal a year ago in June a wonderful article about the fitness age test and how it was justified. And he actually took 5,000 Norwegians, and he was able to extract and extrapolate precisely what their fitness age, would be, based upon looking at sort of a generalized version of their VO2 max. So was able to get all of this at a much higher level of applicability, instead of just wondering and thinking. And it's much more than just measuring your waistline and asking if you ever smoked and how much exercise you do. You do want to have an idea. So he actually asks you how you do that. And when you do the fitness age test, which I encourage everyone to do, just simply put in Google, fitness age test, and you're going to go to the website. And the website just basically says, hey, press here, let's get rolling. And then you're going to be inputting just some very baseline critical data needed to be able to cough up the data. Now, interestingly, Ulrich is taking this information and utilizing it in more research he's doing. So I think he's up to almost 400,000 people globally who've taken the test, and he's learning all kinds of great stuff, needless to say. But it's really exciting for people to kind of look at their real age, assuming you're not lying about it, what your real age is, and then to look at your fitness age. Because here's the one thing. In your real age, you can't change that. You can lie, but you can't change it. It just keeps marching forward. But with your fitness age, assuming you're not an Olympian and marvelous and top-level performance, you could always change it. So your fitness age can actually drop as your real age continues to march on. It is kind of neat stuff to watch how all of this comes together. It gives you another goal to go for, so you're not just running around freaking out about the fact that, oh, my God, I just turned 50, only to find out your real fitness age is 35. Then you're like, oh, got a big smile on your face when you walk into the gym.
Well, you do, and certainly tests like that. Now, first, just, people hear VO2 max, it's some laboratory-type clinical, terminology. How is it figured? I mean, you take this test, it's a pretty basic test. But then, we know that VO2 max, to a large extent, is determined by your genes. So first tell the listeners how it is actually determined, and then can you even really increase it with training 5, 15, 20% because it's such a large extent of genetics?
Right. And so here's the deal. if you look at I highly encourage everyone just to log on and do it. I mean, gosh, how long did it take you to do yours?
Well, I haven't finished mine yet because I didn't take the waistline yet. But I will finish it. But it's only a couple of minutes. It really is very, very
several
quick.
minutes. It's no big
just
deal,
a few
right?
minutes. It's not a big deal at all.
Okay, so look at all those, simple and straightforward questions they ask you, right? And yes, genetics most definitely plays a role in our endurance and all the rest of this. But you want to know something? Genetics may load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. And so, you start with whatever base you've got, but the lifestyle means what are you eating? How are you taking care of yourself? How about that physical activity? All of those things have to be melded together. And as it turns out, regardless of genetics, you have a huge amount of flexibility in there to be able to make a real inroad on optimizing that fitness age. And it doesn't take that much longer. Really, you could take your fitness age today and measure it again, in 3 months.
In a week or 2, 3 months. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And when we look at VO2 max and this long-term oxygen consumption versus like anaerobic, again, a genetic kind of, predisposition that you have. Michael Jordan, a huge anaerobic machine that he was, whereas me, I run up a flight of stairs. I think I'm in pretty good shape and I'm out of breath. But so we can determine it. Genetics plays a little part. We can make big inroads. I love that, Dr. Peeke. You got to coin that phrase that, genetics is the gun, but lifestyle's the trigger. So we can make those inroads. We can do this. What do we do with the information?
Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to take that and seriously put it somewhere. Put it in your little journal. Put it in maybe a file that has your self-care numbers. It's more than just, what your cholesterol is. We want to know what your fitness age is. And then in the back of your mind, when you get out there and you take that walk or run in the morning, when you hit the gym, when you're becoming more physically active, just through activities of daily living throughout the day, in the back of your mind you're saying, my fitness age is, let's just say you're 55 years old and it came back at 45. You could do better. 10 years is very, very, very good. You could still do better. There's plenty of wiggle room.
Did you take yours? I don't want to hear that you're frickin' 25.
I'm not even going to say it.
Come on. What does it say? You're 15?
No, my actual fitness age difference between age and the fitness age, real age and fitness age, is 25 years.
Wow, 25 years. See, you rock there, girl, because that's incredible. I thought you were going to come up and say my fitness age is 15 years old.
I know. No, but it's a 25-year difference. And that's the thing that you're really going for here in a big way. That's an optimal. I mean, obviously there are other people who are even greater than that. And these are more of the Olympic types and stuff at the master's level, obviously, anyone who's 50 and over. But what's really critical here is to understand that I don't care who you are out there, where you are. I don't care if your fitness age is more than your real age. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is, assuming, again, you're not already in optimal shape, what you want to do is you want to definitely look toward improving that fitness age as one of your goals. And you know what's really cool about that?
We're out of time, Dr. Peeke. We're going to talk more about this. We got more segments to come, but we are out of time. And what a great sort of baseline. We all need our baseline tests, and this fitness age test is a great baseline, and you can always improve unless you're like Dr. Peeke and you're like 12 years old in your fitness age. So stay tuned. We got more great show coming up. This is Melanie Cole. Stay well.